This is Kendra,
And this is Brianna. Welcome to Camp Comparisons.
where she's in one camp and I'm in the other. All right. So the first part of our little updates is just something you've probably figured out already, which is we have a new intro. And what happens? We got
new intro music.
Yeah,
Our
sorry.
intro's the same.
Yeah, we're saying the same old things. But we have new music. We got moved over to a different software, and the music that we had disappeared. And so now we found something else. And if we decide to change again, you know what? It's like, who cares?
Yeah. I like this music, but it's definitely different. We could have technically figured out a way to include the old one, but it was so much harder than doing it this way.
Yeah.
So I just was like, it's fine. This music's cute.
Yeah, and maybe we'll change it when season 2 comes and we'll have a new music. Who knows? Right now we've got whatever we've got right now, which I can't even remember. It's just some music happening after our intro. So yeah, there you go. In case you were wondering, like, what happened? That's what happened. And then the other thing I wanted to say is that we are going to do next episode comparing the book to the movie because we have time.
Well, I thought we were comparing the show to the movie.
She's right. That's what we're doing. We're comparing the show to the movie.
Right. And the book.
Yeah, we're going to throw out some
But mostly, I think it's
like how the show did this compared to how the movie did it. Awesome. That sounds so much more exciting than what I was saying. So good. That's what we're doing. Next episode. And then we'll probably do
certain things that were the same.
Yeah, that's true.
But things that weren't in the book, but they were both in the show and in the movie.
Yeah. And so then we might do the TV show to compared to the what's it called, the musical.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so we have a couple more things we're going to do
that had similarities for no reason, like for no canon reasons.
Yeah, it had a couple similarities.
So I remember also being like, that's so odd. It must just be like so ingrained in the fandom.
Yeah, interesting. Well, you'll have to talk about it when we do those episodes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just wanted to say that those are coming up, and then if we can come up with some more bonus episodes, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, we might, kind of taper off and wait for season 2 to come out.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And start a Harry Potter podcast in the meantime.
She really wants a Harry Potter podcast. Speaking of Harry Potter, if you're in the UK or England and you're a child between the ages of 9 and 11, they're doing open casting.
Yeah,
the Harry Potter
HBO
show, which is just mind-boggling.
It is. We could talk about that for a whole hour.
We won't. Okay. But Brianna will give us our spoiler.
Right. We're gonna spoil all of Sea of Monsters.
Book 2. I
don't know if we're gonna. There's probably no reason that we need to get into anything else.
Yeah.
But if we do, we'll give an extra spoiler.
Yeah. This episode, as you would probably see by the title, whatever our title is going to be, is our predictions for season 2. So we just want to talk about what we think might happen or might not happen, what they will maybe show, won't show, and what we really hope they'll show, and we might gush about a few things in between.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Let's get started.
So should we say chapter 1 and just kind of go from there?
Sure. In case people want to follow along, we could do it that way. I didn't write my notes that way, but you can help me with that if you want.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking because the episodes are titled after the chapters in the book for season 1. So potentially it'll be the very first chapter will be called My Best Friend Shops for a Wedding Dress.
Which would be an amazing one. However, we have to remember that they're going to have to drop out certain things. Do you think they're going to have his... Okay, now, as I say, I think that's stupid. They will have to have a dream of him seeing Grover in a wedding dress, right? Because... Or not really. He's not really in a wedding dress. He's in a wedding dress shop at that point.
Right, and later he's in the dress.
Yeah. But he hasn't even given an empathy link yet. So how are they going to connect the empathy link to him dream? Or are they just going to say he has dreams because he had dreams and there'll be no empathy link? What do you think?
Grover explains to him in a dream that, hey, the reason why you're having dreams of me that are like,
oh, really?
I can talk to you actively right now.
It's because I put without asking you. I gave you an empathy link without asking you.
He's like, hey, funny story. If I die, you probably will too. And Percy's like, what?
What? Since, other than him having this connection to Grover, it doesn't really it's not a necessary thing that comes up. It's not like it could be dropped from the story and the story would still be okay.
There's a part in another book where Grover's asleep for like months and months, and nobody knows where
Percy
he
like
is.
yeah, okay,
and
sorry.
Percy keeps on trying to use his empathy leap to reach him, and he thinks, well, he can't be dead, can he? Because I would be dead then, but where is he and why can't I reach him?
But again, that, honestly, I'm just being honest with you, that could even fall out. Yeah. So,
but I think for this book, it's important because he doesn't really have.
Okay, so Brianna's predicting the empathy link will be in the TV series. I'm predicting it's not, so we'll see who's right. This is predictions.
It just makes the stakes higher. It's like, if I die, you will die.
Yeah.
Also, I'm about to be eaten by a Cyclops. And Percy's like, excuse me?
So instead, I'm going to jump in a wedding dress and pretend I'm a female. He doesn't say that, but that's what we find out. That.
Pretends to be a female Cyclops.
Yeah.
Which is very funny. And whenever the Cyclops is like, oh, you smell so good, he's like, oh, I'm wearing like goat perfume.
We're jumping ahead. Okay, so we'll see. So so we know that this thing is going to be the quest to get the what's it called? The fleece. Shaggy thing. The fleece. The golden fleece. We know that's what this quest is going to be. I do think that they're going to have some sort of inkling that Grover's there. Like, they're not just going to find out he's there. So there's going to be some kind of dream.
Yeah. But I actually think there's a chance that the first episode won't be called that. It might be called I Played Dodgeball with Cannibals, because it kind of makes more sense for the show to start with maybe him at his new school. Maybe the whole cannibal thing happened, and maybe, oh no, because then he goes right to camp.
Yeah, but he can have the dream.
He can have the dream at camp.
Camp, yeah. I mean, they threw, the minute he got to camp in the first one, they threw a dream at him. Out of order.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I was like, why is he sleeping in the middle of the day? We had that whole conversation.
Yeah, that's right. But then we realized that
it was the next morning.
Time had passed and we hadn't really realized it.
I think you're right. I think they will not start with it. Except for the only cool thing about starting with a dream, but they're not going to do a whole episode starting with a dream. So it just might not be titled
either way, whichever title it's going to be, either Best Friend Shops for Wedding Dresses or I Played Dodgeball with Cannibals, those two chapters will be the same episode, because My Best Friend Shops for Wedding Dresses is like 4 pages. It's a very short chapter. So those two are definitely going to be put together.
Now, speaking of that, they better have him playing dodgeball with these cannibals.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if they will.
You literally just, okay.
Well, then they'll just do the other title. That's what I'm saying. They might put the
They have to show him being kicked out of school, because this is a major Percy.
That's true. Wait, do you know what? You're right, because that's how he meets Tyson.
It is how he meets Tyson at the school.
I mean, he meets Tyson at the school.
Unless they do a little bit of a, what's it called, where they do a montage or something. But, oh my gosh, do you know how many people would be upset if we don't get the Canadians? That's what they call it.
They are Canadian.
Lastrygonians.
Yeah, they're Canadian giants. And they're cannibal giants from Canada.
Yeah. She calls them, I forget.
You're right. I don't know.
I don't think they're going to show all about Merryweather. He's Merryweather prep.
I have a feeling that maybe that fight won't be as intense as it is. Like, I feel like they might kind of, like, do it, but do it quickly.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think we're going to miss a lot of the stuff about how weird the school is. Like, they do this whole thing where, like, Lord of the Flies, where they send the kids outside with no supervision, so they can see, and then they of course get in a fight, and they're like, see, you guys learned, like, from this, I don't know, it's like weird. It's like it's supposed to, like,
it's an alternative school.
Kind of be like a weird hippie alternative school. What they kind of
normal schools get taken because of his record of getting kicked out of every school.
So he definitely makes it sound like it's weird, a little bit like off, but that's anyways. But so I wonder, I really hope we find Tyson in school and he's a ready friend, not shows up at the camp like the movie.
Yes. Yeah, them starting being friends at school, just like Percy and Grover.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the last one. And then Tyson saving his life when it comes to, because in the cannibal fight, they're throwing like cannonballs that are hot, fiery hot.
And they're exploding.
And they're exploding and blowing up things, And Tyson can just catch them with his bare hands and throw them right back. And that's Percy's first, like, indicator of, like, something's weird here.
Although, he's awfully slow. He doesn't get...
I know.
I mean, Annabeth's like, literally like, how did you find this thing?
Yeah, he's like, we can't bring him to camp. He's immortal. And she's like, what? He's clearly not immortal. Like, look at him. He's literally a Cyclops.
Yeah, Percy. Anyways, it's funny because he's so smart on some things, but like these scenes like that where they give him that bad name of being slow, or not being very observant.
I just think the mist, like when he's outside of camp, the mist affects him more than Annabeth. And I think that's because she's had so many more years in this world.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, because he's mostly been in the world with the mist affecting him. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so, like...
And she's there at the camp all the time.
Don't look at... Like, he even says, like, he had a hard time even looking at Tyson in the face.
Yeah.
He didn't even make it to looking at the potential eye, where maybe the mist would shimmer for him.
Yeah. I really hope they do the CGI correctly on his eye.
Yeah.
Because... it was a little funky looking in the movie.
It's hard to make it look realistic.
It needs to be bigger, though. I think the eye in the movie was too small.
I don't know. Whatever they do,
if they end up mist spray to spray on your face.
If they end up having it to like every time he's outside of camp with them,
he looks normal. That would be
two
smart.
eyes. That will just save the money and the potential disasters associated with that kind of CGI. But CGI has definitely grown and gotten so much better than it was in 2011 or I don't know. Whenever the first movie came out, I don't know.
But you have to do every frame that you see his face has to have his eye.
Which is why
which is a lot of money.
Maybe we'll just keep that at camp. And outside of camp they won't do that.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money. And that you still need to get the big Cyclops at the end. The giant monster Cyclops.
Right. Well, that one, the whole thing's CGI, so it's not like it takes someone's face and change it every single moment he moves his head,
I'm just saying, there's going to be moments where we're going to need that CGI budget. Although we hope that they got a bigger budget this time because of how successful
Disney Plus. It's like you're only successful. There's 2 successful TV series.
I literally just saw a whole. This is relevant, I swear.
Okay.
I just saw a whole TikTok skit about the executives at Disney being like, how did our new show do? Some random show that no one cared about. And then they're like, it did terrible. No one liked it. And they're like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay off the critics to say it was good and then pay off reviewers to review it good. And then it's good. We have a good show. And they're like, that's not how it works. No one likes this show. Why can't we just make better stuff? Everyone likes it. See? It's just... Anyways, I think they're just in denial. But hopefully...
but because the Percy Jackson TV series actually had so many good viewers, real people were watching it.
And more people got Disney Plus accounts. The amount of subscriptions went up.
Oh, neat.
For people to watch it.
Yeah, so hopefully they're like, okay, yeah, this is our thing, let's do this.
Hopefully they're not that delusional.
Yes, please. My goodness. Okay, so we're hoping that Dodgeball's still there. And that he meets Tyson in the school.
I also have a feeling...
I think so. I feel like they followed and they did almost everything in the last book. They did the experiences, maybe not the same way, but they went to Medusa and they went to, the water park, even though those things were different. The only thing they skipped out of the whole book last time, when it came to an adventure, quote unquote, was Gladiola, the pink.
Right.
Poodle. That's it. And that was literally, the most unnecessary thing out of all of them.
It did hit all of the points.
Yeah. So I feel like they are going to start at school. And they may even start with a dream.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, what's happening? And Grover's running in this hurricane in Florida. And, it would be a good, intense way to start, for sure.
Yep.
And then have him at school. Have him wake up and then have him at school.
Right.
So that would be neat. So that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Whether they do dodgeball or not, that's what I don't know. They might decide to
do a different fight.
Bring the monsters in some other way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm not so sure about the dodgeball specifically, which makes me think it might not be titled that. It might be titled... Again, so we have 20 chapters, and let's assume we have 8 episodes. Because we don't know any better.
And I heard it was going to be 8 episodes again.
Yeah. So, it could also be titled, We Hail the Taxi of Eternal Torment.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be titled the first one, the My Best Friend Wedding Dress, whatever. Yeah. And it's going to include the school thing.
And it might not be dodgeballs.
We're going to have to listen to this episode after and see how good we are. Okay. And it might not be dodgeball.
Something that happens at the school that I think that my prediction is that we will get this piece of information, but not at that time. Just how they kind of sprinkle things in
Yeah.
later, is the fact that Tyson has scars all over his back. Remember? We learned
Yeah.
that.
But why would we even need to know that?
Well, that's my thing, is that it's not super plot relevant until maybe later when you need to feel some more sympathy for Tyson after.
Like if they do a backstory thing on him.
Yeah, like after Percy's getting bullied at camp for
Yeah.
Tyson being his brother and blah blah blah. Maybe then Tyson will like open up to like right at the prime moment where it's needed emotionally for the show.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it'll come up,
and maybe even about
later.
living in a cardboard box in the alley. Like we know Percy knows that in the beginning, but it might be end up being part of his whole story. Yeah, maybe.
So that's my prediction there.
Okay.
Just kind of like how the Grey Ladies came in. Wait, the Grey Ladies?
No, the Grey Ladies.
Is that what they're called?
No, you mean the Fates?
Who are the Grey Ladies?
The Grey Sisters? Are they the?
Oh, the Grey Sisters are
taxi
the
ones?
cab people. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. So weird. The Fates show up later, and it's a little different, but they still showed up. I have a feeling it's going to be a similar thing with Tyson and his backstory. It's not going to be right there at the beginning.
Okay, good. Okay, so then we get the Taxi of Eternal Torment.
Yeah. So
is that what chapter is that?
That's chapter 3, and then chapter 4 is Tyson Plays with Fire. So my guess is it'll be one of those two names.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that the camp gets under attack when they're there. So we're definitely having the Taxi of Eternal Torment. We have no question about that because
the
solved.
they
were casted. Is it really the Grey Sisters?
Yes.
Please hold while I just double check with Google, just in case we keep saying this and people are like, what are they talking about?
Here. Yeah, Grey Sister. It says it right here in the book.
Okay, good. The Grey Sisters. Okay.
We need them because they give Percy the coordinates.
Yes.
And that's going to happen.
For the
whole
island.
eyeball
For the
thing
island.
is going to happen. I'm sure the whole eyeball thing is going to happen.
It better.
And I'm sure that they're going to give him
the coordinates.
The coordinates.
And almost die a million times.
Yeah.
Good. And then they get to camp.
Right.
Is this all still the same? Is this all still the same episode, do you think?
Yeah.
Getting to camp?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the other episode might end with them literally hailing the cab, like Annabeth, like.
No, I said, is this the same episode, meaning with the dodgeball and the dream?
Oh, no. No.
So?
I think episode 1. Oh, I don't know. I guess it depends how big they make that fight with the monsters.
We'll have to keep going as we go through this, but sometimes, yeah, if that fight with the monsters ends up being a big thing.
But then you still have the whole, Annabeth wasn't there. She didn't go to school there. She shows up.
Yeah.
Has that whole conversation about Tyson. Is kind of weird about him. And then she hails the taxi. I think that episode 1 might end with her flicking the drachma into the road. It sinks into the cement, and then the cab arrives, and then Annabeth's like, "Get ready." I don't know. It might end with a line like that. Or I should warn you. Or something. Yeah. And then
you haven't eaten today, have you? Yeah, okay.
And then we pick up the next episode with them in the cab driving.
We'll have to see. So I'll make some notes of what we think might be an episode, and then we'll have to look, because the whole Cersei Island could be an episode. And then at the island with the fleece could be an episode.
I know, but we thought that with, remember when we watched the first season and episodes 1 and 2 came out, and we were like, how could they only have 6 episodes left?
Yeah.
So much is about to happen.
Yeah.
But they surprisingly
got it all done.
Did it.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't know. I think it's possible.
Okay. So we'll see how that goes. So I assume that we're going to have these bronze bulls attacking the campers when they get there, and Tyson showing that he's fireproof and saving the camp.
Yeah.
And then them seeing the trees dying, because that obviously has to happen for the next book.
I can't imagine them not doing these things.
Okay. And then Tantalus will be at dinner. We find out that Chiron was fired. I don't know if we'll see him, though. Do you think we'll see him? They went and talked to him. I feel like they're going to skip that out.
Yeah, they might.
They'll just find out he's fired and he's not there. I don't think they'll have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Because why hire him back for that?
Well, he's gonna be in this show
at the very end.
But they also
that's right.
Iris messaged him.
Races here in this book.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. They do Iris message him. You're right, and that is very important. So they're going to have to do that. But that's also near the end. So I'm just saying. Well, maybe they'll do a bunch of his scenes. I'm not sure. I feel like they're going to skip talking to him.
It'll at least be maybe like at like he's like walking out, you know, like it's like
Maybe.
super fast interaction.
Maybe, yeah.
And they're like, what? Where are you going? You know? And then he's like, they think I poisoned the tree. Okay, bye.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Do they find out? Is this the book where they find out who Chiron's dad is?
No, because that's the one where.
But I thought that's why they accused him.
Maybe, but I thought they don't find that out until book 3, Titan's Curse. Yeah. Well, it would be when when he left, right?
No, I think someone else revealed. I don't think.
Oh no, it was 100% revealed by him to Percy. I remember the conversation.
But I thought it was at the end of this book when they're with the party ponies. And they're sitting around,
it could be.
And they're sitting around like a fire.
Yeah, it could be that.
I'm almost.
So it's actually at the party ponies section of the book. So near the end of the book, Percy finally asks the question, like, why would they blame you? And then he says, do you not remember the mythology? Do you not remember who my father is?
Right. So Percy completely forgot that Kronos was Chiron's father.
Yeah, forgot or like.
I mean, he should have learned it somewhere in his lessons, but it's Percy.
I have a prediction.
Yeah.
Percy's going to already know that Chiron's father is Kronos.
Yeah. Maybe
because Percy knows everything in this TV
then
show.
When Chiron's leaving, maybe Annabeth will be like, but why do they think it's you?
And then Percy will say,
goes,
well, you know who his father is.
I'm just saying, like, Kronos is his father, but I'm not saying you did it, but I get it.
Yes, because Percy in the TV series is much more into
he knows it all.
Mythology, Greek mythology. Yeah, he knows it all, which is okay. Again, something I've come to finally settle that is okay with me. Like, Rick decided it made sense.
It's because of Sally.
Yeah, it made sense to Rick that he should have done that in the first place, and it makes sense. So
yeah.
Okay. So we come to camp. All that stuff happens. We meet Tantalus, who we've been told who's casting him, and I don't know the person, but so Tantalus has these scenes where his dinner runs away all the time. That is not going to be in the show.
No, they might get it like briefly explained. Or he might look really skinny.
I would love his food to run away.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll look like emancipated. Is that a word? Is that the right word? Or did I say the word of the people who leave their parents?
Well, that's a weird way to phrase it, but people who are allowed to become legally adults.
Yeah. Emancipated?
Oh, yeah. It's something
that word. That word that I read and never say out loud. Okay, so maybe, but I don't think his dinner's going to run away.
I think if it does, like, one visual bit that doesn't look funny, it's just meant to look, I don't know, sad or maybe a little creepy, might happen. Like, maybe he'll like as he's talking, he'll slowly reach towards like an apple that rolls away, and that's maybe all you get visually.
Yeah,
but definitely won't be like that many times like it is in the book,
because we do hear the story from him later, like over the campfire. He tells like I'm going to tell you guys a story, children. And then he tells a story about how horrible he is, which is like, okay.
Yeah, he's like, remember when I fed the gods my own children? God, they're so mean to me. It's like, wait, what?
Oh my goodness. So yeah,
how do you think you're in the right here?
I know. And again, I assume we're going to get some story from him, somehow told to us some way. I don't know how.
Yeah. I really don't know why Dionysus picked him. Truly.
Dionysus is miserable. And just wants everybody to be miserable with him.
That's true. It's easy. It's hard to be miserable when the person next to you can't eat or drink anything. Like, maybe he just knows it.
You know, they make him less miserable, and I won't say anything to really spoil anything, but just in Trials of Apollo, he seems so much less miserable in Trials of Apollo than he does in these book series.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Maybe he got good news and found out his time is ending soon, or what it is. Or maybe, I don't know.
I feel like, like, normal mood swings of like normal people. I feel like some gods' mood swings maybe last
go like 100 years.
A few years at least.
A few decades.
Like maybe he was just in a really in a slump for 5 to 10 years or whatever, and then was like starting to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, because he's like cooperates with Nico, seems to really like Nico. Like whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really not a spoiler because it doesn't tell you anything about the story. It's just a side thing, but
yeah.
Okay, so Tantalus announces that there's going to be chariots. Now, there's 2 different chariot races in this book. There's this one. This one is the crazy one with the birds attacking.
Yes.
And then there's the next one
where they actually get to finish it properly.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to do both? Or just one?
I think they might just do one. I think birds might attack or
Do
something.
you think birds are going to attack? I think something else is going to attack.
Is going to happen. Another thing's going to happen at
Yeah, I don't think they're going to run to Chiron's office and get this boombox and play Dean Martin. I'm really sad.
So funny though.
But I don't think it's going to happen.
Right. I think we're going to have one chariot race at the end. We might see like a scene of them.
Maybe they're trying to preparing for their chariot race, and then this whole thing happens.
And then something crazy happens, and then a quest is formed.
Yeah. I forget how the quest...
Whose idea is it for the fleece? Is it Annabeth's idea in the book?
How does the quest... Yeah, because I didn't put down in my notes how the quest gets started. Well, they're at the fire. They're at a fire, right?
Yes, they're at the fire.
I get mixed up with the movie. Because for some reason I keep getting flashes of pictures of the movie in my head.
Okay. So they're at the fire, and Percy and Annabeth are saying, like Percy's saying, Grover's in danger. We need a quest.
Not for Grover.
He doesn't say anything.
No, they're trying to get a quest because the tree is dying, which is going to take away the protections of the whole thing. Like they don't care. The camp director doesn't care about Grover being.
I thought they were bringing it multiple points.
Yeah.
But it's fine. But they're.
But how do they? Yeah, how do they know that?
Whose idea is the fleece? I'm pretty sure Annabeth's idea is to get the golden fleece, and Percy is like, I don't know. He says something else. Like the two of them are basically like, we got this. We know what we would do on this quest. And then Tantalus is like, all right, fine. You guys really insist on having a quest? Fine. Clarice is going to be the one that gets the quest. And they're like, what? Like, it was literally Annabeth's idea.
Oh, yeah. So Annabeth, in this chapter, this one that's, hold on, it's right after the chariot race, I accept gifts from a stranger. I love that chapter title, by the way, because it's like literally refers back to book 1, where she says, don't watch out for gifts, or whatever, I don't know.
Which is, yeah.
Yeah. Annabeth saying, like, he had like a dream about Grover before, and Annabeth and him are talking about it, and she's saying the fleece, it could save the camp and stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh, because Grover talked
and then that night
in the dream.
Yeah. Oh. And that night at the campfire, they bring it up. We have an idea how to save the camp. So they're basically saying we need a quest to save the camp, but they also want to save Grover.
That's right. So So Annabeth and Percy are actually in a fight about something. And Percy comes up to her and is like, I had a dream about like the fleece, like it can help us maybe.
Won't listen to him.
She's like, stop, you're just trying to distract me and trying to win this chariot race.
Yeah.
Because they're on like opposing teams. And then but then after the thing is over,
they come together to save the camp
again, and then they have dishes duty, which they have to wash the dishes in hot lava. Then they finally get a chance to properly talk about it, and Annabeth is like, "Oh my god, this could save the camp. We need to propose a quest."
Right.
So then they have the whole idea for the quest. They know where to go. They know what they're doing. They have like this whole thing, and then Tantalus is like, okay, fine. Clarice, you get the quest. Just gives it to her.
I know.
Just out of spite. And they're just so mad about it.
I still think they're going to do a chariot race here. And there's going to be some monster attack.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe there's a chance they might do both chariot races.
Or they
I don't
just
know.
are preparing for one.
Yeah.
And the actual race only happens once. So I feel like filming the whole race. I don't know.
This is a good time to film a race with the monster attacking. Now. A monster, some sort of a problem, like some sort of like thing happens on this.
And they have to come together.
Yeah. I feel like doing that at the end after the whole, the whole quest is achieved and everything, having another big, I guess so.
I guess you're right. I feel like it's like such a cute finale because then we get to see them work together and
but they might do both. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, that's something we don't know. They could do both. I would like them to do both. It does seem like a lot though.
Yeah.
But they could do all the filming the same day.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they're gonna film the race.
Yeah.
But the whole race, I just feel like it would be so hard to film.
Well, they showed it in the if you guys haven't seen yet, the teaser trailer's out, and they showed something that shows there's a chariot race.
Yeah.
In that teaser trailer. So they're definitely having chariot races. I just don't think they're going to have 5,000 birds because, again, it's like 5,000 spiders. They can't do that. It's too many. So I think something else is going to happen at the race.
Yeah, maybe just like one single big monster. instead.
One big bird.
Maybe.
And then they start
mean,
singing loudly. No.
The whole like monsters based in mythology thing is barely happening in the TV show. The monsters are unique. They're their own thing. They don't really follow the rules of the mythology monsters.
Yeah.
As we saw with like the
Chimera.
Yeah. So it could just be one big bird. Like whatever. Like,
yeah.
Why not?
I definitely am not going to predict what kind of. I'm going to predict that it's not going to be birds attacking, but that's all I'm going to predict.
And
it could go anywhere
and
from there.
Save the camp with Dean Martin.
Damn it! I'm sad about those things, but it's those funny kind of wacky things that get dropped out a lot in this TV show. So
yep.
Now he goes on the beach and finds Hermes. So
we also kind of skipped over the whole Tyson being claimed by Poseidon, by the way.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get claimed by Poseidon.
And he's going to be in his cabin.
And I don't think Percy's going to act upset about having him as his brother. I feel like that's not going to happen.
I think that people are going to make fun of him. Mm-hmm. By people, I mean Clarice. Mm-hmm. But the Aries. If not others people's too, but definitely Clarice is going to make fun of him. And I think he's going to act neutral about it. He's not going to defend Poseidon or defend Tyson properly until he has like that moment. Like there's going to be like a moment where he's like, do you know what? He's my brother. Screw you guys, you know?
Okay.
Which I think it happens later, actually.
Yeah.
But anyways, but I don't think he will show how much he is personally bothered by it. Because I think that this Percy has a little bit more emotional maturity.
Yeah.
Not that, honestly, both Percy is pretty emotionally mature for everything. But still, he is like genuinely embarrassed by this, which is silly. So I don't know. I think he might just like not really stand up to anyone, but also not actively be embarrassed by it.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Because there has to be that big moment where he's like, he's my brother.
I think he's going to be super friends with him and be like happy to have a cabin mate. That's what I think, but I could be wrong.
But I mean, I'm saying that I agree that could happen, but he's not going to specifically stand up to the bully and say like stop
until later.
Okay,
we'll see if that's the case.
Yeah,
and then Tyson gets claimed. Well, we don't know that Tyson gets claimed. He stays there. He helps him with his chariot and all that, but I don't think we're going to get a lot of that building chariot stuff. I feel like we're going to miss that.
Yeah, potentially.
So. But we'll see. So the chariot race is over. He's going to the beach with Hermes. What's the name?
He went to the beach for a different reason. He was just out there to clear his mind. Yeah, because he was upset about everything.
But I just want to say that this is their moment to make up to me everything that they didn't do in season 1 by giving me George and Martha.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they understand how important George and Martha is to the fandom.
I feel like they should.
Well, I'm hoping that after this, they, I don't know, maybe like listen to feedback. I'm not sure. And know that we do need some of this like silliness a little bit.
Yeah. I want there to be, even if it's short, even if it's not as silly.
Yeah.
I just want there to be like, as he's giving them the gifts, maybe his phone rings. Because doesn't his phone ring for some reason?
Yeah, and he pulls out the like antenna, and it turns into. And then George and Martha are going around the antenna or something like that. Yeah, whatever.
But and then
as long as it's not just his phone talking.
Why is there snakes on your phone?
Yeah,
whatever. And then the snakes can talk a little bit. I don't know. I think they could do it. They could make it really short.
Yeah, they could say George and Martha say hi to Percy, and you can hear them like the kind of like the voiceover is like, like a hissy hi Percy or something, and then Martha saying George, say hi. I don't know, but I do think there's a chance we won't get them.
Yeah, me too.
I know, and I'm sad about that.
It's gonna be so interesting because this is not. Oh, hey Hermes, I've never met you before. You're a random jogger on the ocean. This is. Hi, Hermes, the man who almost ruined my quest last time.
I know. It's weird because we meet Hermes here and he just seems like a nice all-around dude. But after season 1 of the show, we're like...
Percy might be a little mad at him.
You mean the butthead that, wasted my time and we were wasting it? Yeah, so I don't know. But
then helped us in the end, confusingly.
I mean, he did. So, but I do think that
So I guess when he shows up, there might be a little bit of like, oh,
I do
hey,
think that,
Harry's-
yeah, he might say something like, listen, I really thought about what you said and I really want to help Luke. So I'm here to give you the stuff you need and, get on that boat over there.
Yeah.
It'll take you to your,
And then
something like
Tyson
that.
and Annabeth.
And
are
they,
there
because
too
they hear, basically they say they hear Percy calling for him.
for help, but that was
Yeah.
just Hermes playing a trick.
Yeah.
To get them to come.
Yeah.
And then they come and they ride the fish ponies out to sea.
Fish ponies. I think the fish ponies are going to show up in this thing.
They're important like 3 different times.
Yeah, because
in
they
this
come
book.
through
and
a
then
lot.
they're important a little bit in some other books too.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna get fish ponies. I don't know if we're gonna get Tyson being like all like kind of like 5-year-old excited about his fish pony.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna play that.
I don't know if they're gonna play him as childlike as he is.
Because I think on screen it would come across.
Yeah, I think it could come across in a way that's almost like
making fun of
people
with actual learning disabilities because of the fact that his size compared to his mental age. And in the books, you really understand that like he's a baby Cyclops.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not weird.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it would be hard to portray.
Visually seeing that might give that like that cringe,
Yeah.
So I think he'll be childish, but maybe not so dramatic.
And he might still call him Rainbow, but it would be more like, oh, this is Rainbow. And the person will be like, Rainbow? I was like, yeah, that's his name.
Pony. Yeah, he's not from Fish Pony, but I think like the jumping up and down, clapping his hands, excitement
is not going to happen.
Might not be there so much.
He might not call it a fish pony, but I think he'll still call him Rainbow.
Yeah.
We'll see. Good. Then they get taken to the Princess Andromeda. Now, there's so much of this season is on water.
Yeah.
Now, are they actually going to be on water? I don't know. Are they going to just be in some boat with like the water? Remember that when you watch the making of it,
right? There's all those screens around.
Those screens that can make them seem like there's water everywhere. I'm sure it's that.
I'm sure.
But then they'll be on some set that
looks like a boat because they're on 3 different boats. They're on the Princess Andromeda. They're on Clarice's boat, which is short because then it explodes, and then they're on a pirate ship.
That's right. And there's a short period there where they're on a life raft or whatever from after the Clarice's boat exploded.
No.
Yeah. And then they went up to Cersei's Island.
But then what do they go on after Princess Andromeda? Isn't that another life?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of boats.
There's 2 different lifeboats they're on.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do that. But they definitely are going to go to Princess Andromeda. They can't not have Princess Andromeda. And they better not have the one from the movie. That's like a yacht.
Tiny little yacht.
Yeah. Like, no, this is a cruise ship.
Just show an outside shot of a cruise ship. No one has to be on it. And then you can make it a small set that they actually interact with. I get that, like...
I wonder if anybody's told the casting people that Mike from The Newest Limpin wants to be one of the zombie dads walking through the... I mean, they like know him. Like the show people I've talked to, he's like done interviews. Yeah. Let Mike be a zombie dad.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
We are having fun.
Yeah, we are having fun. This is great. I want to have some of that. I want to have some of that. Like obviously, this
they might just have an empty boat.
No. Yeah.
My prediction is that it's going to be an empty boat. Okay. And they're going to be like, "That's weird. It's an empty boat."
My prediction is Mike from The Newest Olympian is going to be a zombie dad.
I mean, I guess they do have to have.
I think by now he would know.
People. I mean, they have to have. When I mean an empty boat, I mean there's no tourists on board of this boat. There's going to be demigods, monsters.
Yeah, they could skip the whole tourist
running
thing.
the boat. I mean, the boat has to be run by people.
I don't think they're going to have as many monsters as they have in the books there because it's a CGI thing. But I'm hoping they have
a good bit of demigods.
We forgot. Nope. Kelly the Impuza is not here, is she?
No,
that's not until the next one.
Yes, that is the next one.
Okay, fine.
We just have we have the bear twins, the bear brothers that are like not actually bears. They're like part human, part bear, but mostly bear.
Yeah,
and they're kind of silly and ridiculous.
Yeah,
so I hope they're a little at least one of the brothers or what?
I wrote them down: Agrius and Aureus.
Aureus is like super stupid.
Yeah.
And I kind of hope he's a little stupid at least.
I hope so too.
Maybe not the like
they
whole.
Skip out a lot of really dumbness. They skip out a lot of dumbness.
Right. I mean, he literally gets put in timeout and sits in the corner and bangs his head against a table. Like this is a thing that happens in the book. So like maybe not to that level, but maybe he's just like a little dumb, and his brother's a little like fed up with him.
Yeah.
Because their personalities are definitely funny.
We definitely want to see those monster brothers.
Yeah.
I forgot too. They get on the Princess Andromeda and they actually go to sleep, and then he has a dream before they see Luke, and
They think that
it's the
this ship.
Cronus again. So I'm gonna predict we're gonna have the same guy with the same tattered weirdness and the
To be
same
fair, it'd
stupid
be
voice.
weird now for them to change it.
Well, I was just hoping that Cronus maybe went through puberty and had a deep voice by now, but I don't
The
know.
reason why they go to sleep on this boat, though, is because they genuinely think that this is their ride somewhere. Hermes does not say, "Hey, do you
By the
see
way,
that?"
Luke's in that boat. Yeah,
He does not tell
again
them.
tricking them. See, this
He
would go
does
along
trick
with the
them.
last Hermes because he's like, "Oh, that boat's going to take you to where you want to go." He doesn't tell them the boat's full of monsters and people who want to kill them.
And Luke.
And Luke.
No, he doesn't.
No, he's just hoping they'll
He
change.
keeps
They'll do
on like
something.
just pushing Percy into Luke's path, hoping that Percy's gonna like change his mind.
Yeah,
That seems to be like his big plan. It's like you'll change his mind. It's like no, you won't. They hate each other.
But he
Maybe he
changes
thinks
his mind
Annabeth
at the very
will.
end.
Maybe he thinks
thinks
Annabeth will.
will. Yeah,
Annabeth's with him too.
yeah.
And to be fair,
Honestly, if Thalia had gotten back by now, and they just sent Thalia and Annabeth to go talk to Luke, they could have maybe changed the whole thing.
I doubt
Together?
it. He's so deep in this right now because
Okay.
nothing bad's
Right now,
happened to
he
him
has,
yet.
yeah. He
And
hasn't realized in
had,
his body.
Annabeth had to hold up the sky and almost die.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah, you have to say that.
But like
Or take it out.
he hasn't gone through anything bad yet. This is all like, oh, this is great. I'm on a cruise ship. I'm in charge of all these monsters. My life's great. So I really don't think now would be the time to change his mind.
True. Okay, we're going off of our thing a little bit, but so maybe there'll be a dream here. Oh, I know. What's the chances that we'll get a little bit of, instead of a dream, what if we just get what's happening with Grover? I mean, we have to get the dream in the beginning.
But another one of him.
Yeah, but we might actually get these scenes that he has. These are great scenes of Grover and the Cyclops. We might actually get them from Grover's viewpoint instead of Percy having dreams. Because this is done differently. We see Grover doing things.
So he has to have at least one dream because he has to know.
He has to know in the beginning
about the fleece, and he has to know.
No, he's going to have the beginning dream. This is my prediction. And then instead of making these all dreams, I think we're going to just get a little bit of Grover's.
Maybe we'll see Grover like contact him and be like, "Oh, I need him to dream about me." Maybe we'll see how it works from Grover's side.
True. It could also be an Iris message. I'm just saying. They could have been like, why did Grover not just freaking call him an Iris message?
I'm pretty sure he was running for his life and lost all his supplies and didn't have drachmas.
Oh,
he had no way to Iris. Like, you have to have a drachma. But why didn't the Iris message hit? Yeah, I was gonna say. But maybe it could have, if it like he never knew what Grover was up to. What if the Cyclops was like right there?
Yeah,
well, Cyclops is kind of blind, but
I still think there's no empathy link. So I'm wondering if an Iris message will actually happen. But we'll see. But I'm really hoping we'll get this from actually Grover's view as opposed to just a dream.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't care whether he has a dream or not. I just want to see some more of Grover.
I would love to see like scenes that we didn't get to see.
Yeah, but that got Grover there in the first place.
Rick knew happened.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. So, on the Princess Andromeda, they wake up and they notice everybody's in a trance, and then they follow some monsters, or they follow Luke.
Tyson does the cool voice thing. They listen in on a door. Do we think he's gonna do voice things?
Well,
we know that it's like an important plot point that Cyclopses can do this. It comes up many times.
Yeah,
it's
why Annabeth doesn't like Cyclopses. So if they're gonna stick to that storyline, then I think he's gonna do it. Can they do that easy enough? Sure, they could have him move his lips and have someone do the voiceover. Which, to
be fair, just like they describe in the book, that would be freaky. Super freaky.
Yeah, that would be cool to see.
Yeah, so I guess they could totally do that.
Yeah.
But here's my prediction. That won't happen here.
Okay.
I think that we'll get that later at some point because it is important.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to happen on the boat. Just not for any specific. It'll be one of those things where we go, why did they do this here? There's no reason not to. But they just didn't.
Okay.
They just
prediction has been made.
Episode 5, and we're like, okay, fine. I don't really see the difference.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, good. So Luke's in the stateroom with those boys that we talked about, the brothers, and then
and the sarcophagus is
and the
there.
sarcophagus
and then he tells
and I think
them
that's all going to happen.
The Cronus is in there, and they're like, gross. That's gross. He's being formed like piece by piece.
Yeah, with loyalty, like, isn't it? With
as
more
every
people as
every
joining
half-blood joins their side.
Well, because remember, again, the whole idea is that God's literally their power comes from people believing in them.
Yeah, and it's not that people don't believe in Cronus. However, supporting him and believing in him are two different things.
In that case, yeah. So the way we get this escape is that the dumb of the two brothers takes them off somewhere, and then they,
overpower him quickly because he's dumb.
Because he's dumb, yeah. So I feel like they're going to add a little more, and then they flair to this.
But then they're about to leave, but then they're about to fight Luke?
No, that doesn't happen in this one.
But isn't this where he cuts Blackjack free? It's on the ship. Is it a different ship?
That happens.
No, it happens in this book, because then Blackjack is fully in the next book. For the entire book from beginning to end.
Okay.
So it has to happen here.
Please hold.
I just don't remember. I know they meet up with Luke a few times later, but they're not on the ship the other time.
So no.
Or maybe they are.
No, yeah, this doesn't happen here. They fight with those monsters. They jump into the lifeboat. They free fall. He yells thermos. Tyson gives it to him. They open it, and then they zoom off, and that's it. They don't see Luke again after they leave. So that scene happens later.
Okay.
I don't know when.
I guess when they're in Miami.
Do they get back on his ship again?
They must.
They do.
Because
and all the party ponies jump up on the ship, and they shoot fart arrows or whatever it is, arrows that like punch bags come out of. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, okay, so that must be it. That must be it.
Yeah, because Percy basically goads him into a fight.
In the third book, Blackjack is flying him all the way. Okay.
I'm like, it
has to happen in this one.
There's
even though it's a female horse in this one.
I know. He is. They call. Rick does write it like a black mare.
Yeah.
The mare is a female horse, which is why people joke that like, oh, it's Blackjack, the trans horse. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's so funny. I wonder why he did that.
Rick he came out and was just like, I forgot that I wrote mare. Like, that's it. That's the entire story.
The whole story. I just forgot.
I remember there was a black Pegasus.
And he's like, I'm going to bring that.
I forgot that I described this Pegasus as a girl, though.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. So yeah, so they are going to escape and jump into this lifeboat, and they are going to do the thermos. They have to.
Yeah.
And it's going to take off.
Yeah.
Because they have both the thermos and they have those vitamins, and they both are very key to these scenes.
Yeah.
I mean, the vitamins.
I mean, the thermos is even in the movie, the second movie.
Were the vitamins not? Like, how did he?
No, they never go to Cersei's Island.
That's right.
I know.
Stupid. Okay.
I mean, that whole movie literally, it's like starts off as Seas Monsters and ends as like
some other
fifth book, but not really.
Yeah.
Like they literally defeat Cronus in that movie.
I remember because they knew they were screwed, and that was it. They had to end it somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, thermos happens. I say yes. What do you say?
Yep. I mean, he gets the gifts from Hermes. What else is Hermes doing there?
Yeah.
Like, obviously he has to give them the gifts. So
do you think they're just going to meet up with Clarice in the steamship somehow, or do you think they're going to actually go to Chesapeake Bay,
they have to
find Monster Donut, do the Hydra?
Hydra's like big monster. It's like if they didn't do the Chimera. They're going to do that.
They're going to do a whole episode just of the Hydra?
No, it'll be shorter.
Because that's such a small fight.
It'll be shorter.
Okay. And we need to learn about Monster Donut.
Yes, that's why. That's why I think it's going to be genuinely, because they can make Monster Donut merch. Come on.
Yeah, for sure.
But
and also the Monster
Donut
podcast that I listened to would feel really bad if they got dropped out.
Yeah, for sure. I think that they're going to stop somewhere on their little boat.
Maybe they won't have that whole hideout thing and say this is a hideout from Demigods.
It's a whole Thalia loop thing. I think that's what I think they're going to just not do. And instead, they're going to, like, arrive on shore, and maybe Percy and Annabeth are trying to come up with a plan of what they're going to do next. Tyson kind of is distracting them, and they go find some donuts.
You know what? I don't think they're going to have Monster Donut.
Really? Okay, well, let's pretend they
silly.
did.
The way they did season 1,
so
Monster Donut is too silly.
They're just going to show... Yeah. Fine, they're going to show up on shore.
They're going to end up on shore.
It's just going to pop up. It's going to walk over to them.
Well, what? Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna walk. It's gonna be like, hey, dude, do you have a spare change?
There's a hideout nearby, and then on the way to the hideout, they get attacked.
It's gonna walk up to them and say, hey, dude, do you have a spare change? And they're gonna say no, and he's gonna be like mad at them.
So that will happen, but not Monster Donut.
Anyways, I feel sad about that, but I am going to throw in the prediction that I just think that would be really stupid if they missed Monster Donut. Like you said, all the merch ideas for Monster Donut. So maybe I'll be wrong and they'll surprise me. But if you go the way they've been going on season 1, Monster Donut would be taken out.
It could just be simpler. Like, it could just be simplified. Like, okay, let's say they arrive on shore and they're like, okay, we need to do something. And maybe they go off in different directions or something. Maybe they, whatever. And then Tyson comes back with a box of donuts. And
A
they're
box
like,
of
where did
Monster
you get
Donut.
that? And they're like, he's like, there's a donut shop. And they're like, there's no way. And then they're like, oh no, something suspicious. And then they turn, and then the Hydra just comes out of the woods. Like, they might not have to go up to the donut shop.
Maybe.
And do that.
Because it would be silly to miss out on Monster Donut. But I still, if you go the rate they're going, I would say they're going to skip it, but I don't want them to, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying it could be really quick. It could just be Tyson holding a box.
Yeah.
And them being like, what? And then the Hydra shows up.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing. The other reason why they might skip all this is they might give Clarice just a normal ship, not this steamship on the river type of thing. And they might not give her, because wasn't it Confederate soldiers?
Yeah.
So they might skip that just because of people's,
and also the fact that they're all
that.
zombies, and that's a lot of CGI. They're not just Confederate soldiers. She has an army of the undead Confederate soldiers. And the
I feel like she's still going to have some undead there, but I don't know.
Oh. But the reason why just makes so much sense. It's the fact that the losers in wars are like under Ares' command.
Yeah.
You lost the war.
Yeah, they didn't go to Elysium or
so it's not like we're being like, oh good, the Confederates.
No.
It's like these are the
that.
losers of the war. But it is like a lot of time spent in their companies.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I wonder if they're gonna skip that and we're not gonna be a steamship. We may end up just being a ship.
Why does she's not the daughter of Ares? How are they gonna explain Hades? But she is the daughter of Ares, not Hades. How are they gonna explain why she has zombies if they're not soldiers? Maybe they'll just be normal.
I'm just saying they could still be. It could still be the same story.
Soldiers, not Confederate soldiers.
Yeah, I would love it if they show Ares, if they bring him back and they show him talking to Clarice on the ship, because like having that conversation.
We have to do that
so they can see that Clarice, because it helps with Clarice's. It helps a little bit with Clarice's transformation, whatever. With us starting to understand Clarice better and liking her by the end of the 5th book, because we see, oh my gosh, she's like literally got a bully dad who's threatening her all the time, which, doesn't give anybody rights to be a bully, but it does start to give you a little understanding.
And
yes. What's your
her at the end?
light bulb?
I just had a moment because I'm thinking, you know what? We'll probably just run straight from Princess Andromeda to Clarice.
Yeah.
That's probably what would happen.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, they do this thing where they take like important things and just put it somewhere else so that we're not losing it, but it's just not the same.
Yeah.
What if the Hydra is what attacks at camp?
Oh.
Instead of the birds. So you can still get the monster, the famous monster that people like, because no one cares about those stupid birds anyways. But it's just put there, and that way we don't skip it. I mean, we probably skip Monster Donuts unless that comes up randomly later.
I feel like they've never done anything with a monster like that.
No.
That's a big deal to move that.
I agree.
Hydra.
So we'll see. It would be a big deal, but would it be a bigger deal than skipping it?
Yeah, that's the question. I don't know. That's the question, because there is a lot in this Sea of Monsters. I mean, I know. I was going through this and I was like,
and the Hydra is a short little, genuinely like a short fight. Clarice defeats it. And then saves them.
That's right. See, that's the other thing too, is that taking that away from this spot, then Clarice doesn't defeat it and save them. You see what I'm saying?
She saves them. She can save them just because they're like out in the middle of the ocean.
It's true. She could save them because they're out in the middle of the ocean. They could run out of thermos.
Yeah.
Although Percy has freaking water skills.
Yeah, but he's not very good at them yet. Like this book really has him come into his water powers a bit more.
I know. It's true, but
he doesn't even.
They'll have to have
other
Percy
people breathe underwater until this.
They'll have to have Percy and Annabeth defeat the Hydra if they do it that way at camp. Yeah. And I think that they should let Clarice do it.
But Clarice could still help because that's why she gets the quest. I don't know.
Like maybe somehow it looks like she actually killed him, but Percy and Annabeth did, and then he's like, "See,
maybe
Clarice
like they had the idea, but then Clarice executed the idea."
So that's a chance. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
But we are going to get Clarice. We are going to get her in a boat, and I think we are going to get some sort of...
Because then the whole... No, this has to happen, because then they run into that monster Charybdis.
Charbis or something?
The one that swallows the ocean and spits it out.
Yep.
And
Oh,
then the ship
looked at.
explodes, and then they think Tyson dies. This is all very important.
Yeah.
This has to happen.
So they go through and they have it's Charybdis. It's Charybdis. And she sucks up sea in this big mouth like in a whirlwind, right? And then her sister or whatever, Skyla, who is the snaky head in this cliffs.
Right. So the thing is, you have to choose one way or the other.
Yeah. So I know that's a lot of CGI, but come on, they have to do it.
They did it in the movie.
Did they?
They did.
They did
where it looked like sharks were swimming. I don't love the fact that they get swallowed by Charybdis and then have to like blow their way out the side of her.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird and random. But the whole like shark, they think like, oh, sharks are swimming around us, and then they like reveal that it's all these teeth, was so cool.
Yeah, that was good.
But anyways, either way, that whole thing has to happen.
So they're pushing the ship, and then Tyson says he'll go down and handle the engine room.
He saves them all, but then in the explosion,
they think he dies.
They can't find him.
Yeah. And
but
somehow
Percy... Son of Poseidon dying in the water, acclaimed Son of Poseidon?
Yeah, Percy, come on. Yeah, but he might have thought...
that he exploded into a million pieces. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It was a very big, fiery crash. But come on, he handles fire fine.
I know. So I'm saying that's going to happen. I just can't see it. I can't see it not happening. We come into Cersei Island at this point.
Yeah.
I hope we meet Gila, but I don't know if we're going to actually get her name. She's the one who later becomes the head of the Amazons.
Yeah, we also have to meet the
sister
other
of Rhaena.
Rhaena.
They don't ever introduce you. No.
Shoot, you're right. She just says that's my sister.
Yeah. So I don't know if we'll actually get that because that's a commitment that they can't make right now.
Oh yeah, for the actress.
So
maybe we'll see like an empty desk with her
that has her name on it. Yeah, exactly. That way, if we do have that, if we do get to that, because that's all the way in the next series, then they can refer to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
But so probably Cersei Island, they're going to do it. I know they are.
Yes, because people would literally lose their mind.
Yes. And they're going to have to turn Percy into I don't see any other way but them. I don't see them being able to do this any other way but turning him into a guinea pig.
Unless they decide to turn him into a whole pig. That's the only other option, because that's the real myth. Is that they turn him into pigs, but then they change their mind. Like, the Cersei says, like, oh yeah, pigs were like so stinky and hard to care for, which isn't accurate.
It's not accurate. But pigs are also like the cleanest animals. Like they're the only animals like poop in a separate spot from their food or something like that.
Yeah, they just like mud because they don't have any other like sun protection.
Sweat glands.
Yeah, and also protection from the sun.
Yeah.
But if you keep them
this is not a pig podcast.
This is a pig podcast. If you keep them inside in a clean environment, they'll keep it clean. They're also very smart like dogs.
Okay, everybody should go out and get their pet pigs.
Yeah.
All right. I think, though, it's not going to show up. They're not going to show up and be told, like, oh, this is a spa, and you can do this. I think that they're going to change that.
We're not going to get Annabeth glow up? Come on.
I think they're going to meet Cersei, and I think he's going to be turned into something. But I don't think it's going to be like a fake spa. It's a real spa.
Maybe they'll be brought to Cersei. Like, the two of them will, like, show up.
Yeah.
Like, they show up there right to Cersei. Uh-huh. And then Cersei's like, oh, Annabeth, you should go into the room over there. And then, what's her name? Hyla? Yeah, and that's how she'll be name dropped.
Oh, maybe.
Like, Hyla's waiting for you. She has a gift for you.
And
that's how they separate.
In the TV show is not dumb enough to separate from Percy.
Well, she has to separate from Percy.
No, because Cersei...
How does she come back to save her?
Cersei could have just literally turned him into a pig in some sort of situation right in front of Annabeth.
But then how does she get the chance to give him the vitamin?
She has to get to his clothes. She has to somehow get to his clothes and get out of his pocket. The whole fight could happen here.
So she's like fighting Cersei.
I don't know.
Gets through the clothes, opens a bottle.
I feel like just like how Medusa is so different. The whole Medusa scene is so different. I feel like the Cersei scene is going to be like that. It's going to be different, but we got to get
guinea pigs and vitamins.
Percy and vitamins and guinea pigs. We got to.
Yeah.
We got to.
I agree.
Maybe we need to send this episode to...
So maybe she'll be a totally different character.
The producers.
Acting completely different.
Maybe.
I think the whole show's already written at this point. They're shooting it.
I know. Because I know they said they got the scripts and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that happens. They jump on a pirate ship. I do not believe they're going to suddenly let Blackbeard out and he's going to be running around with his pirates.
Well, but they just steal the pirate ship, or do they just steal a random ship?
Yeah, maybe. There's going to be some ship at the island they're going to steal.
Maybe it looks...
But maybe they're still going to have, just like they have all the different cars at the Las Vegas one, they might still have a bunch of different ships.
Yeah, and they just steal one.
Yeah, I don't think it's Blackbeard's going to be here.
Yeah. All right. We're at chapter 12 of 20. We're pretty much halfway. So do we have to make this a part 2?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's make it a part 2. And we've reached an hour, but it may not actually be an hour by the time you've edited things.
It will
but
be.
It's going to be close. Okay.
It's going to be.
All right, friends. It was fun. We got more to say. We'll talk more later.
Yeah, we'll do the second half of our predictions. This is like deep predictions. This is like scene by scene predictions.
I know. I hope we're not boring anybody.
Probably
oh well. We're doing it for us.
When we did our live podcast, everyone was so eager to talk about what would happen.
Yeah.
And we could have done that for the whole panel probably with how much people had to say.
Maybe we could do that.
Maybe that's what we could
do. Predictions for season 2. Oh my god, which is what we're doing right now, though. Anyways,
well, we know what to say.
Yeah, listen. If you have predictions you want us to talk about in our next episode, send them to us, like Instagram or Facebook, or email them.
Yeah,
because we'd like to hear them.
Camp Comparisons Podcast. That's our social medias, and it's actually campcomparisons@gmail.com. Last episode I said it's Camp Comparisons Podcast@gmail.com. It's not.
I'm sure all those people who emailed us lost their email.
If you look at the description, it was on the right one in the description.
So it's Camp Comparison Podcast for Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and
X. Twitter. Called it X.
Twitter. And it's campcomparisons@gmail.com for the Gmail.
Yeah, that's right.
Excellent. If you're new here because you went to our panel in the Tampa Bay Comic Con, welcome.
Rate and review our podcast.
Rate and review our podcast, please. And other than that, I don't think there's anything else to say.
Yeah.
Until next time.
See you at camp.
Bye.